But it was a decent idea. So I'm going to show you how to utilize it. Bring in line my camera a little bit better. Alright, so what you want to do, take the can, and this part is I really hate this part, because it's just really messed up. It doesn't seem to follow how things should work, but you just want to take your blade and pierce it. It irritates me, but it's a personal problem. Cut. This is probably why I didn't do it for all this other times. Really, I only made probably one after that one that I made. Not put on YouTube. Just want to cut a square, not too big. Just something that you can work with, and be careful. I know it's pathetic to have a disclaimer on YouTube, especially when you have someone that's an 18-year-old like me showing you how to. I'm not responsible for any injuries while making this, if you decide to make this, which I do not recommend you making. Yeah. So, you cut a square. You don't really need the can after all. You need this, full of sharp edges. Well, it's just don't touch any the corners, you know. Don't run your finger along it in a fast motion. Don't do anything that would cause a cut. You want to treat this the same as you treated your paper trailing edge cone. So it's going to be a lot harder since this is quite denser and a lot harder to mold than paper is. But just do your best. Alright? Don't wrap it too small of a cone as I'm doing right here. This is my only second time using this, so alright. Same method, except this time you want to not point it down along the length of it so much. Just wrap it around and something just to hold it. And you want to put multiple layers of this tape on it. Because believe me, there's a lot of stress being put on to this cone, just because the fact that it's made out of metal. It wants to have memory. It wants to come back to its original form. Alright? And basically, if you got shears, not scissors, shears, something that you don't really care about damaging, because this will damage your blades. Snip, snip. Probably the reason why I don't do this much. Such a sloppy process. It doesn't really follow logic. But so you want to do that, and keep on cutting all along the way, comparing it to the tip of your blowgun dart. This one is significantly smaller than the model I showed on my YouTube site. Then again, that's not like a big one. These things will vary. Once you learn the properties of them, it's fairly easy to get caught up and make a whole variation of darts, dimensions, and that what I'm doing right now is going to leave a lot of metal shards. I just have to make sure the camera's still rolling. Alright, then you want to force it on there as much as you can. You want to get as little overhang as you can. You see how it comes out a little bit from the line of the tube? Sure, it may look cool. Sure, it may look like, you know, it would hurt if it sticks in your skin, but are you serious? You know, you're going to be building paper weapons, which I think the topic is stupid in itself, unless you know what you're doing. Then just don't, you know. It's just, It's not a fish hook. It's not meant to penetrate into skin and hook onto it. It's just there, you know. So what you want to do is wrap around tape, make sure it's there securely, make sure it's not too loose. Alright, so let's try to reproduce what I did last time. Don't get me wrong, this can shoot through a lot of things, but this dart, that can. This blowgun. I'm having my doubts. This dart does not have as much momentum as the other dart did, but we'll see. If it doesn't pierce it, it's not a epic fail as you see on G4 TV, because I'm a nerd and I watch that show. But yeah, load it in, and sorry YouTube, I didn't make it as intricate as the other gun. I didn't care to make a bolt action on it, or a butt stock, or a fore stock, or whatever you want to call it, but point at it. There we go. Alright, well, I was actually surprised it pierced through it. Let's do that again. Oh, yeah. Maybe I should have told you all. Okay, alright. Started to hook on there. Let's try to shoot it. See if it can go through two sides. I'm just going to squeeze it closer together, try to get angles out of this so it doesn't get deflected. I want to see if it can go through two layers of aluminum as efficiently as the one before did. Put it in. No, sort of. It went through one side, as you can clearly see, and it made a hole on the other side, which will I make. Yeah, put some white paper so you can see. See that hole right on the side of the monster? It came through and it hit that. It bounced off, made a dent, and then continued to lay like that. So all in all, it's fairly powerful. It's not going to kill anybody, but just don't shoot at anybody. It will make them bleed with the current configuration. Not lethal. That goes for all y'all's weapons out there that you claim could be lethal. They're not lethal. If you got a paper clip and you got a rubber band and you shoot it, it's not going to kill someone. Why am I showing my room? Alright, thank you for watching my tutorial. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of insight on how to make these if you want to make them. And yeah, they're a pretty fun toy. Alright, have a good day, YouTube. I'll figure out how to stop the camera.